Today we're going to be looking at how to write decimals in expanded form. To show this, we have a couple of examples that we're going to work through together here, so let's get started. In case you're wondering, what exactly is expanded form? Well, expanded form is a way of writing a number where you're going to break up that number by the individual place values within that number so that you can show the value of each digit within that number. To make sense of what I just said, we're going to start out with writing our first decimal of 47 hundredths in expanded form. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to fill out our place value chart, and we're going to start out with our highest place value in this decimal, which in this case just happens to be our ones place where we have a digit of 0, and then moving on to our tenths place we have a digit of 4, and then lastly we're going to move on to our hundredths place where we have a digit of 7. So now that we filled out our place value chart, we're ready to write this decimal in expanded form. Once again, we're going to start out with our highest place value, which in this case is our ones place. Since we have a 0 in our ones place, we don't need to write anything. So we're going to move to our next highest place value, which in this case is our tenths place. And in our tenths place, we have a digit of 4. So in parentheses, we're going to write our 4, and then we're going to multiply that 4 by the place value that it's located in, which in this case is in the tenths place. So we're going to multiply this 4 by 1/10 because that's going to give us the same answer as just 4/10, which is the value of that digit of the 4 within the tenths place. Now we're going to move on to our hundredths place where we have a 7. So we're going to write our 7, and then we're going to multiply that 7 by 1/100. So we're going to multiply that 7 by 1/100. And now since we don't have any more digits, we're done. We've written this decimal in expanded form. But before we move on to our next decimal, we need to clear out this place value chart. Perfect. So now we're ready to write our second decimal of 7 464 thousandths in expanded form. We're going to start out filling out our place value chart with our highest place value, which in this case is our ones place where we have a digit of 7. Then moving on to our tenths place, we have a digit of 4. In our hundredths place, we have a digit of 6. And lastly, in our thousandths place, we have a digit of 4. Now that we've filled out this place value chart, we're ready to write this decimal in expanded form. First, we're going to start in our ones place, and in our ones place, we have a digit of 7. So we're going to multiply that 7 by the place value that it's located in, which in this case is the ones place. So we're going to multiply that 7 by 1. Now we're going to move on to our tenths place where we have a digit of 4. So in parentheses, we're going to write that 4, and then we're going to multiply that 4 by 1/10. Now we're going to move on to our hundredths place, which in this case, we have a digit of 6. So we're going to multiply that 6 by its place value, which in this case is 1/100. So lastly, we're going to move on to our thousandths place, which in this case, we have a digit of 4, and then we're going to multiply that 4 by 1/1000. So now we don't have any more digits to bring down, so we're done. We've written this second decimal in expanded form. So hopefully by now you understand how to write decimals in expanded form. Help make math less complicated by smashing those like and subscribe buttons. As always, enjoy today's math journey.